Alright, what up guys, this is ThePowerUpMushroom. Move that a little bit. And I'm coming to you with the news video that's kind of talking about the SNES Mini that's going to be releasing later on this year. And I wanted to kind of give my thoughts on it because there are a lot of things that I have to say about this SNES Mini. And like where I really hope that it stays restocked, but I came across a news article that I just thought I should let you guys know when it's coming out and like what it's going to have and all that stuff, you know, like that kind of stuff. So anyways, let's get on with the video. So the Super Nintendo, I'm reading this from the article anyway. The Super NES Classic Edition is currently planned to ship from September 29th until the end of the calendar year 2017. At this time, we have nothing to announce regarding any possible shipments beyond this year. Now, this was let's see, this was by the Japanese game company who provided this statement. So Nintendo. I mean, so what? It's from September 29th until the end of the year of 2017. That's their plan of releasing the SNES Mini. Now, here's one of my biggest problems already. That's all they plan for. There's really nothing else that they plan to release further as of now. And this is my problem. Yes, in the article it does state that they are planning on like making more, that way people can get their hands on it. But then again, it doesn't really solve the problem that it's going to be a limited release just like the NES Mini was. And like I said, this is my biggest problem because the NES Mini, granted, it was a collector's item from the start, but now it's more seen as just a collector's item. It's one of those items that people are going to look back and they're going to say, yeah, I have an unopened box of that and it's worth millions of dollars or whatever. You know what I mean. Not millions, but it's going to be like worth thousands of dollars. And like already getting your hands on an NES Mini now, it's ridiculous because getting your hands on the NES Mini right now, it's like maybe $600, $200 or something or whatever. If you look on eBay, maybe $200 you find a really good deal. But it's ridiculous. You can't get your hands on it really without having to pay like an outrageous amount of money. And this is where my problem for the SNES Mini comes from, is that they're only planning on doing this for a limited amount of time. And on top of that, I think it's going to be worse than an NES Mini because not only did they announce that it's going to be $80 and it's going to be a limited release, they already announced, so everyone knows it's going to be a limited release, but they announced Star Fox 2 to come out on the SNES Mini. The game that was never released, the unreleased sequel of Star Fox, the game that we only have like ROM hacks of, you know, that Star Fox, it's getting a full-on release on the Super Nintendo Mini. That automatically puts it as the only place you can play a full version of Star Fox 2. The only place where you're going to have a copy of Star Fox 2. There's no Super Nintendo copy out there for like the Super Nintendo. This is going to be the only place to play it. And you can already think of where that's going to put like the price of this game or like the Super Nintendo. What if people only want to play Star Fox 2? What if that's the only reason? You can already think of like the outrageous numbers that people are going to put this console up for sale on eBay, the internet, and you know, pretty much anywhere. And I already talked to some GameStop employees and some friends of mine that they work there, and they already told me that it's really first come first serve. So if someone wants to buy the entire collection, really they can buy the entire collection. And I mean, to me that's like a little, why? You know, why? Look, Nintendo, yeah, they're not gonna make any more consoles after the end of the year. I highly doubt that Nintendo will make any more. And at this point, really, it's kind of like Nintendo could be making money, but again, they're gonna probably go, like I said, they're probably gonna go the NES route and just stop production, like at the end of the year, just like I said, limited production. And I guess I understand they don't think it's gonna be popular, but the thing is that if they keep up with social media and if they're looking at the NES numbers, they should know that the Super Nintendo Mini is going to be super popular and it's going to outsell in like the first day, just like that. I mean, look at the Nintendo Switch. Granted, Nintendo's been doing a good job at keeping the Nintendo Switch at stock so far. I mean, it's still hard to find, but it's not as hard. The scalpers aren't getting the money that they want back, and that's a good thing. I'm glad that's happening to them because they're monsters. But, you know, they're keeping up with it. They're making their money, and the scalpers are losing. And granted, I hate scalpers. I really do. Granted, like I said, in previous videos before, I know it's just business, but I hate it. I hate it when people go and get something like this. Think of the SNES as something that parents want to buy and they want to play for themselves for kind of that nostalgia feel, or people who just want to buy, people who never got to experience the Super Nintendo. There are people out there who might want to buy this because they were never able to experience the console for themselves. They weren't able to play games like Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Country. They weren't able to play games like F-Zero. There's people who missed out on that. Kids who are still young and don't know what older consoles were like. And there are still like some kids that are growing up and they kind of want to know like, oh, where did gaming start? Or like, how good was JRPGs back then? Well, look, I mean, like, here's where they have their chance to kind of see what it was like to play the Super Nintendo back in the day. And I mean, it's going to suck for people like that who want to enjoy the console for what it is, to play the console, not only just set it on the shelf and just like, hey, yeah, I got that rare piece of hardware or whatever, but actually to enjoy the product for what it is. People aren't going to be able to do that with scalpers going out there and buying it and putting it at outrageous prices. And legit, I don't think it'd be something worth that much. There are other consoles out here that, you know, third-party sellers make out here in Las Vegas that they have the entire library for the Super Nintendo or the NES. And I could just play it on there, but granted, I want this SNES console as just kind of like, not only a collector's item, but I want to look at it and like kind of like, I am going to want to play it. I'm going to want to play the full version of Star Fox 2. I want to play it for that reason. And kind of like, just if I could have like my little brother or like just someone else kind of show them like, look, this is what I played with, you know, when I was a kid, or, you know, something, you know, kind of like show them like what it was like to have that console. Granted, I have the console here anyway, so I mean, he could just play it, but, you know, he has a set of games or something, and I can give it to him like that. I want it for that reason. It'd be really cool to kind of see him enjoy, like, the Super Nintendo like that. And it's just, like I said, as far as other people, there are people who want that for themselves too. They want to be able to enjoy the console, and it's not fair that other scalpers are going to go out there, and this is a fact already, because I know it's going to happen, that people are going to go out there and going to buy a bunch of them. And this is where, like, a part of my announcement, I'm going to just say on this video, if you're in the Las Vegas area, or you're a YouTuber, a small YouTuber who wants an SNES console, I'm going out there to a GameStop. I'm getting 2 people with me, they're friends of mine, and we're going to go out to the GameStops, and we are saving up money. We're going to buy all the consoles there. Not to keep them for ourselves, but I am legit, what I'm going to do, because this is how much I hate the scalpers. I do not want people selling this thing for $600. If someone wants a copy, right outside a GameStop or something, wherever store I'm going to, I'm buying all the copies there, and I'm gonna give it out to the people who want one per customer, the way it should be. Because like I said, GameStop employees told me already that someone can just go in there and buy all the consoles, and if that's true, I'm gonna be there like a day early or something. I'm gonna camp outside, and I'm gonna buy all those consoles. Because it's not fair that have one person in line, and then, like, you know, he's waiting there and he buys all the consoles, and there are other people who are also waiting in line and they don't get to get it, and they were waiting there like an entire day. That's how much I hate it, because I want those people to be able to enjoy it. I want someone to be able to go home and take that home to their friend, their kid, or like just a family member or something, and give that console to them. So, yes, I'm going to be getting one for myself, and like I said, if someone wants one, let me know in the comment section, but I want it for people who specifically want the console. If I have any extras left or something, I will ship it out to you. I will pay for shipping, because I want people to enjoy this console for what it is. I want people to be able to enjoy this console because it's something that they want, that nostalgia feel, or they want it as a gift for someone else. That's what I will do in September, and I will also keep updating people every day, or like, you know, whenever news comes out on the SNES Mini shipping to a certain store or company, I will let everyone know via Twitter or a video response like this, like I did with the like I did with the Nintendo Switch. That's what I'm going to be doing. So, just letting you guys know that, and that's pretty much all I have for this video. So if you guys are interested in actually getting a copy of the SNES Mini, if I have any extras after I've taken care of the GameStop employees, I'll probably save like a couple for myself. No, like one for me, and then like maybe 2 for like the people who really want one on YouTube, if I have any extras. Let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best to get you one. Like I said, there's gonna be multiple. There's gonna be 2 of my friends who are gonna go to GameStops and do this, you know, as well. I'm selling to the people for the same price, so I'm not really trying to get any like hundreds of dollars worth. I'm gonna just give it to them for like that same $80 price that GameStop would sell it to them for. That way, you know, they could say that they bought one and they got it for themselves. So there you go. But anyways, that's really it for this video. Sorry about that large banging downstairs. I think my stepdad's like screwing something into the wall or something. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, remember my links are in the description below. Twitter, Facebook. I don't have a Facebook page yet. I probably will make one. Vidme, upvote if you're watching on Vidme. Remember to do that. And comments, let me know what your thoughts on the SNES Mini. Do you think, I mean, I don't know what other thoughts. Are you excited about Star Fox 2? I am. I want to play that game. And remember guys, when you guys are gaming, power up.